Hi everyone, it's Ayesha here from godfm, and today I'm talking about the targeted individual house and what they do at our houses because it's a very synchronized attack. Today is the 10th of May, I think. Yeah. And it's day 9 of my fasting, no eating, just coffee. So, what I've noticed is that I've got basically a layout which I've put in the video, and your house is a square. Let's just say your house is a square, and then you've got neighbors all around you, right, behind you and in front of you, right? So what they do is they dig the drains in 4 corners usually. So in the neighboring property next to you, behind, they will dig a hole and connect that with your drain and soil pipes. And then on the other side, they will do the same. They will dig a drain and connect it to your soil pipe. And if you haven't got a soil pipe, you're going to have one, all right? Because it's going to be there underneath the ground, all right? And then at the back of the house, they're going to do the same. In the neighboring properties, at the bottom of their gardens, they will dig big soil pipe type drains. Then they will also do things within the drains if you have drains in your garden as well. What they do is they put in pretty much 5G technology within the drains. And this is all connected to your property and creates a grid. And so then they have aerials pointed at your home as well. And then they wire the house with what is like a microwave wiring and all of the equipment from a microwave. And then attach the wiring from the neighboring properties to your house so that they can create a network within your home and connect to your electricity. They will also connect up with your earth wiring for your gas supply. So they've got control of that as well. And with your water, because this is all about control. And this is all about torture as well. Then what they would do is obviously they're within the draining system and the waterworks. They will gain access to your water supply, your gas supply, and of course your electricity supply. They will intercept all of those, and they will also intercept with any internet as well that you have. So try and think of everything as a duplicate. Okay. So the drains are to create frequencies, right? And also to activate the nano that they've put in the water. So it's quite integral that you try and understand what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't matter really how far away it is, but there's going to be somebody within the neighbors, right, that has connected up a water pipe to your piping, and they will be adding nano every evening that will then be activated by your neighbor's lights, which are all connected to your house, which is now a microwave. All right? Do you understand? So, in your property now, your house is like live. It's live electrics under your feet. It's live electrics above you. It's live electrics all around you. Do you understand? This is wireless electricity. Okay. So, when you have a microwave, it is in a box, and the light looks just like a normal microwave light. But if I was to point that light at you, it would cook you. Even if I took the light out of the microwave and left all the components in place, if I pointed that light at my neighbor, that would cook them alive. Okay. So basically, there's various components. So they've done it in this way so that your property is live. But they also have, within their own properties, microwave lights that they point at you that can penetrate walls. And they will penetrate quite thick walls, especially areas where you have soil pipes or drainage. Any little hole or crevice is an entry point because this is radiation. And radiation and EMF are pretty much the same thing. And this is like, if you have a leaking water pipe, it will find somewhere to go. It has to go somewhere. So it doesn't really matter what you do to protect yourself against it. The radiation is being pointed at you. And basically you've got multiple different frequencies that are being pointed at you. Then you've also got all the aerials, and these are all strategically placed as well. Normally, it's a 4-pointer on the aerials too. From what I can tell, although it could be bigger, it could be a 6-pointer or an 8-pointing pentagram or octagon shape that they use to triangulate the weapons that they use against targeted individuals. So the purpose of this, of course, is to ensure that the targeted individual appears insane. Okay? And this is a very highly organized crime that is committed by the neighbors who are hired to participate in the crime, because without the neighbors, this crime would not be something that they could perpetrate against the victims. All right. Now your house is alive, electric, and cooking you. So when you walk around on the floor, your feet will be cooked alive when they want to cook you alive, because they can switch it on and off. Okay. This is even worse if you've got the nano inside your body, because this is then activated inside your blood and can grow the length of an arm, a tiny speck, in 5 seconds when they put their lights on. Okay? And this is an invasion of the body snatchers, and it's a coordinated attack. And all the targeted individuals have told me that they've always got people digging up drains. And this is why. You can basically look at the drains as bombs. Bombs to hurt you. And these are all coordinated to you specifically, mainly. However, with the sound frequencies of the ringing, other people, because they're breathing in the oxygen and they're also drinking the water, are affected. So when you have visitors, they will turn everything down so that it doesn't impact the visitor, because if you notice, there's no law stopping these people from doing this. And when people are left to their own devices of evil, then they have no gauge of right and wrong. And so torturing someone within safety measures just doesn't exist. There's no safety measure because there's no one coming to protect the citizen that they're doing it to. And it's quite enjoyable to do this to somebody and have control of their life, to ensure that they cannot sleep at night because they're going to be tortured with the lights and everything else. And then making sure they sleep all day and that they are basically disabled or homeless. And then they can take the organs and sell the body parts and put it into the McDonald's food chain. And that, my friends, is the simple answer to what is going on with the targeted individuals. So any calls for help, you will fall on deaf ears because this is a highly coordinated attack. Then you've got all of the spoofing Wi-Fis, and I told you about the drains. So in the same way, they duplicate your boiler. They duplicate your washing machine. Your neighbor, his washing machine will be your washing machine. Do you understand? It's like, it's all connected through frequencies, and you can make a cat shut up, you can make a dog stop barking, you can microwave someone with frequencies and cook them alive. So, with all of the targeted individuals, when you have got drains being put around your home, this is what they're doing. And this is also 5G, 6G, 7G and 8G, where your lights and your wiring basically can read the room. It doesn't actually matter if you have your Wi-Fi on in your house anymore, because the electricity is a network for the neighbors. Okay. Because normally you see a person would be able to connect to the internet without being hacked, or make a phone call without someone else taking over their number. But since they have put in and triangulated very coordinatedly fake telephone masts within the area with the equipment to spoof you and then infect your devices. And I'm not just talking about your phone. I'm also talking about your TV and your cameras and also Bluetooth speakers. Because this is all operated on frequencies and aerials. Like I can't get a radio signal in my house unless I point the aerial inside. Because they're pointing frequencies at my home. And of course you cannot see frequencies. So it's a perfect crime to commit against somebody. If you're like me, you will have noticed that they have dug up lots and lots of extra drainage systems all around your house. Why? Because this is all operated through the drains. The grid system is in the drains, and it is also in the air with the 5G aerials, and also with the aerials for TV, operating through the subnet mask 255, 255, 255, and also then through each independent network provider and Wi-Fi. Because each Wi-Fi now is a public Wi-Fi, whether you know it or not. And the dark web is no longer the dark web. Because the people who operate in the dark web, sacrificing and eating children, have now come out into the open and have hired your neighbors to participate in this crime. The crimes of dark web, where they will pay to watch a child being tortured and slit alive and the blood drunk from the child. So, in the same way, a targeted individual is now on the dark web and is the entertainment for sick, satanic Satanists. And it pays big bucks. And that's why they can pay off your neighbors for their gift cards and anyone else that they want to pay off. Because you are a commodity and and entertainment for people who like to rape and eat people. So, I wanted you to see why they dig up the drains and why they make you out to be so crazy as well, is because the crime is so colossal, so evil, that if the police were to identify this as a crime, these people would go to jail forever. And that's my intention, to prove this through my own studies. I'm able to tell you what they're doing, but I'm not a scientist, and I don't have a laboratory to tell you about what they're putting in the water. But I can tell you through my own studies with my own little microscope, there's some horrible things in the water. Okay. And they are basically taking people over without our consent, without our knowledge, against our will. And this is committed by people who hate you. Do you understand? This isn't people who care about you. These people seek your destruction and demise. And the sooner you wake up to what is going on, the better. As targeted individuals, each day you are here, you are fighting for your life, to stay alive, to not be tortured, to not be tormented by your neighbors. Now, what does this say to me? It says to me that my town is an evil town. And just like the times of Noah, they are trying to do stuff to us and change us into different creatures. This is why they got the data farms, because you are probably emitting energy and they're sucking that energy from you. And that's another reason why they get so cross when you get this stuff off, because you are keeping them alive. You are like a battery. But also, these people get pleasure out of causing pain and torturing people. Okay, make no mistake. They get pleasure. They are evil. So anyway, maybe we need to get Mark Steele to have a look at the drains, because the stuff that they're putting in the drains is serious. And this will be harming not just me, but all the other neighbors, even the ones participating in it, will be radiating themselves because the radiation levels are so high. So high. When you close your eyes and go to sleep, normally you should have blackness when you close your eyes. But not for me. When I close my eyes, I've got all sorts of fuzzy things in front of my eyes. Why? Because there's millions of frequencies being fired at me. They activate things through screws and nails and lights. Wi-Fi, fire alarms emit a frequency. Any speaker becomes a microphone, and any microphone becomes a speaker. And in this way, they are listening and watching you as well. Whew. I feel much better for explaining that to you. The next time you get someone digging up a drain, you might want to take some photographs and confront them and tell them that you know what they're doing. Okay. Have a good day. It's Ayesha from godfm. Fighting the good fight. Trying to stay alive in my own little house where I'm tortured every day. And I pray that the Lord would deal with him. In Jesus' name. Amen.